man, and you know what I'm saying. Now we done moved on. You know what I'm saying. So many years, and this beautiful legacy, man. The work you doing on keeping this legacy going, keeping this brotherhood going, keeping me personally is keeping something, you know, that I love so much. That was such a blessing to a little cat from the hood living in the projects. Such a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? To see y'all hold it down and keep it going in other cities and handling it in all kind of ways, man. This was something worth living for. I ain't even really realized at the time, but I realize it now more than ever that this right here was definitely something to live for.
You know, I always think about y'all.
What's that?
When I watched the tape of y'all in Chicago.
Right.
But it was after y'all had, and I always think about. I say I wish I could have walked downtown that day. I wonder would I have stopped,
right,
or would I have kept walking?
No, you would have stopped.
You know what I'm saying?
You would have stopped. We had everybody stopped. We had the whole corner uptight. People was in the street. People was backed up in the street. Not so many people. The cops came down, angry. Black woman, female cop came down angry. And I ain't never tell you the incident.
No, General Muhammad talked about it on the show.
Oh, okay.
He told you get off a gun sign.
Yeah. Pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because she was so scared of us.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? She was so frightened of us at the time, doing a job she ain't never had no business doing. And so when I walked up, it startled her. A little, because I come from behind her. And I was real polite, like, hey, officer, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. She said, get from my gun side. like she was tripping. Which led to, but everybody listened, man. So I know if you was coming up that block, you'd have been like, what is this? What are they talking about at least? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And some brothers on that very tape, you know, that one brother was just admitted that he was just too frightened to do this. Like, and he made other brothers look like, well, I had to go do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be scared to do it. And it was a beautiful thing. But it wasn't meant to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We came back and didn't come back out. Because you was on your way here. We came back and got first of all tied up fighting the courts. I told you they was fining me $1,000 a week for being out in DC. We went to court, and when that judge said, "Man, dismissed everything," man, they was shocked. And the citation agent came up to me later on and came around back of the camp, man, and he said, "Listen, man, ain't no hard feelings, a brother." And he was like, ain't no hard feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just was, just trying to do my job, man. And I let it ride right there. I said, man, don't even worry about it. Because I could tell also he was scared it was going to be some revenge now that the case was beat. He knew he was wrong. He knew he took that shit personal to try to shut us down. But the Lord beat him. And I ain't no sore winner. If I win, I ain't mad at you. I won. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so you know what I mean, he came like that. I said, hey, don't even worry about it, bro. You know what I mean? We all trying to wake ourselves up and come to this truth, blah, blah, blah. And I saw him a couple times after that, and he was cool. But while he was getting it on, he was a real mother. Was up in my face. You gonna get up off this corner. He was like that, you know what I mean? Right now. This is a $1,000 ticket. Now let's see what you gonna do with this. And he would come every week and go another ticket.
Right.
$1,000. You know you got $10,000 worth of tickets now, right? Just for standing on this corner.
Dang.
I'm sitting up there like, listen, man, we gonna be up on this corner. I'm sitting up here like I know I'm going to jail.
Right.
And I'm in DC, so I know this Fed time. You know what I'm saying? So, but I knew we couldn't back down.
Damn right.
Like our life depended on it. We had to stand on this shit. It was like to bring this shit back.
Yes, sir.
We couldn't. We had to be ready to die. Because if you wasn't ready to die, they was gonna certainly crush you. And that was one of several times. You know what I mean? And a lot of this is so spiritual,
yes, sir.
From just doing it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this is spiritual,
yes, sir.
and just evil demons trying to come up against something so noble for our brothers and sisters. Like we done turned down more, we done made more brothers and sisters leave an evil life and change than anybody else in America in the last 20 years.
That's a fact.
That's just right or wrong. That's a straight up fact. Like we done did it better than the rehab centers, better than the churches, better than the mosques. We done did it better than all that. And that's just the ones that came in. There's thousands out there. You know how you hear all the time brothers come in and say, man, I've been watching y'all for 3 years. I've been watching y'all. The cats that you did the radio show with. Remember, he said, man, I've been watching y'all for years, man. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there been watching us for years and changing their life, but they ain't came in the door yet. But eventually they all coming in because the Lord's prophecy is coming to pass. So, you know what I mean? Like this is a very, very noble thing, this thing we do. It's hard to understand, just like it was with Christ when he was out there talking to them Sadducees and Pharisees. The things he was saying was so hard. The scriptures tell you it was hard for them to try to understand what he was saying because it was so beyond them. And then they realized later, even Peter came back later and said he realized now what Christ was saying about, you know, the whole baptism and all that. And he was waking up, you know the story, you know what I'm saying? So this is a very high level spiritual noble job. Like who goes in the hood specifically and get some of the worst, so-called worst criminals, some of the most impoverished, dangerous, twisted families with a world of issues, and spends bitter end times like General Muhammad, hours, yourself, hours, day and night, just for the win of converting this family to something righteous. Like we don't get nothing from helping an individual family or individual brother. Collectively, we all able to help the work, but individually, I don't get no paycheck from no brother who I spend every hour, you know, hours every night trying to get him away from the evil that's trying to just take him. And to have brothers that come from where we come from and to make that change in themselves and then go out and do it for other brothers. That shit is, you can't tell me shit. First of all, you can't even tell me it come from us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know where we come from. So we already know it don't come from us. You know what I mean? Like you ain't fooling, you ain't gassing us up. We already know.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So we know that off the grip. Now on top of that, we know that since it's coming from him, then we know to let it flow and to get out the way. And because of it, we see results that is just incredible. It's just incredible. You know what I'm saying?
I remember just sitting back watching y'all, and, you know, writing down the scriptures that y'all would go over. And then reading it. Like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way that I didn't had this Bible, and to know people who had the Bible and hearing what y'all saying, and it's like the words it's scary. Like this cannot be real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, how is it the Bible been here and this nigga done found this shit in the Bible?
Yo, that's
like, how did he find this one little scripture right here that proves some shit that nobody got an answer to?
When the Deuteronomy 28:68 did it for me, I said, damn, this shit is in the Bible? I remember one class, it was either Captain Mashak or Captain Shapar, went over the Martin Luther King scripture, I have a dream.
Good night.
Man, I damn near fell out. Salak.